conservative programming around the clock. Red State Talk Radio, the dominant force in Internet conservative talk radio.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 877-595-5381. That's 877-595-5381. Again, 877-595-5381. Call now.
From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. Mashed potatoes and fried chickens. Yeah, the Hot Show with Nate and Brian.
I just watch the spiders on the wall. I don't care about the world at all. I might be in for quite a fall. I just watch the spiders on my wall. Spotlight is going, oh what a bore. I never leave the house, go near the front door. Spiders on the wall, what it is for. Spiders on the wall, yes I keep score. And I just watch the spiders on the wall. I don't care about the world at all. I might be in for quite a fall. I just watch the spiders on my wall.
All right, and welcome back to the Ed Odd Show. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there.
Spiders on the Wall.
Spiders on the Wall.
Who is that by?
Written by a very, very, very unlikely person.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I wrote it, but who was the band?
I don't remember.
Yeah, The Loving Dead.
Someone you found on the street and paid them to
Play it.
Hey, kid, come here. I'll give you $20 to play this.
All right, so the only president, was it the only or the first? The only president to have not represented any political party.
Yes. It's not Ben
I don't
Franklin.
know if this is absolutely true, but it is not Ben Franklin.
It was
although that was a close guess from one of our loyal fans.
And then
I should say loyal listeners.
Don't
know if they're a fan.
Not a fan. They listen.
Yeah.
But then that person got it right. It was George Washington.
George Washington. Wow.
If they had political parties then. Maybe they did.
Hang on. We have a prize for you. Let me see if I can...
yes, go ahead.
It doesn't seem to be working.
I have one.
There we go. That's good. Okay, so you wanted to say something really brilliant about the San Bernardino shooting.
Yeah, and I can't remember. I don't know. I have a day in history.
Oh, jeez. Yes, please do a day in history.
Or do you want to do it at the end in case we need to fill it? I think we should do it now because we have nothing to talk about.
What's the difference?
Right. On December 3rd, 1967, 53-year-old Louis Washkansky received the first human heart transplant at Groot Schuur Hospital in Cape Town, South Africa. The man, a South African grocer dying from chronic heart disease, received the transplant from Dennis Darval, a 25-year-old woman. Denise, I'm sorry.
Wait a second. Oh, I thought you said she was a dentist.
No, from Denise
messed up
Darval, a 25-year-old woman who was fatally injured in a car accident.
Oh.
Surgeon Christine Barnard, who trained at the University of Cape Town and in the United States, performed the revolutionary medical operation.
I was really confused because first I thought you said it was a dentist. No. Secondly, I was assuming that she actually performed the operation. You said got the transplant from her.
Yes, received the transplant.
Yeah, the heart.
Yeah. The technique Barnard employed had been initially developed by a group of American researchers in the 1950s.
Why are you talking like that?
American surgeons Norman Shumway achieved the first successful heart transplant in a dog at Stanford University in California in 1958.
Did you know they can clone people now?
After Washkansky surgery, he was given drugs to suppress the immune system to keep his body from rejecting the heart. These drugs also left him susceptible to sickness, and after 18 days, he died from double pneumonia. Not single pneumonia, but double pneumonia. Despite the setback, Kansky's new heart had functioned normally right up to the point of where it didn't. And he died. And there, now you know.
Yeah, that's...
No,
that's pretty cool.
I was alive then.
Yeah. That's,
that's
luckily
like 10,
you didn't need a heart transplant.
10, 11 years old. It's hard to believe the first one, 1967. And now they do them every day all over the world.
I mean, yeah, that...
Pretty amazing.
It is an amazing time now, right? I mean, there were some pretty cool things that it would have been really cool to be part of in history that have happened in the past. But the last 50, 60, 75, 100 years, I mean, things have just like skyrocketed.
Yeah,
right?
people refer to it as exponentially growing.
Yes, exponentially. Yeah. It's amazing. We went to the moon around the same time.
Think about that. Think of the first flight in 13 or 14 at Kitty Hawk.
Not that long ago.
To 1969, we're on the moon.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, the shadows were weird. The flag was flying almost as if there was air or no gravity.
All right, I'm going to get up and leave now because that's
really
ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, we can zoom in a telescope and look at the damn stuff that's there.
Well, here's the deal.
We can look at footprints.
How long did we have the Mars rover roaming around? Never once went to see the flag.
That's true. They never did find it, did
they? No.
Huh. Well, now you got me thinking.
All right, so let's talk about local stuff, right? You want to talk about how paramedics are more specialer than everybody else?
Yeah, that's another thing that's a pet peeve of mine. Special carve-outs.
By the way, it makes people angry when you tell them that you don't like it. Mostly just the paramedics, but...
Well, no, because there are a lot of correction guards now that carry
sure, corrections
I had a big conversation with one.
It's hard to believe.
It ended amicably, I think.
Okay.
He offered, he wanted me to buy my book back that he bought.
He didn't want it anymore?
Yeah.
Because he was so angry?
He was so angry at me.
Did you?
I offered it. I said, I'll pay him $1 for it. I even gave him my address.
And?
Well, I haven't gotten the $1 yet. Anyways, see what I did there?
No, I don't at all. But
he had to pay me for me to take it. That was the deal. Okay, so carve-outs. Yeah, so, they've been doing this for years now, and the butters, the pro-gun people that like the government and like the permits and the CPLs and stuff.
The NRA.
Yeah, and their affiliates say, well, these are little steps. We're letting these people carry first so we can use that and say, see, people are carrying in those zones. Why can't you let us humble folks do it?
Right.
So they're thinking it's a good thing when it's not.
So what's happened is people like paramedics and corrections officers,
judges, private investigators. There's groups of people that are allowed to carry.
They're allowed to have an exemption on their Michigan CPL,
right, and can carry in the gun-free zones, right. And so the governor just passed another law giving more carve-outs.
Yeah.
But he's going to veto the one that allows anybody to carry in there.
Well, of course.
Because we can't have that.
Look, if anybody is guaranteed to have training with a firearm, it's an EMT.
Yeah. Or a judge.
Yeah.
Or a prosecuting attorney.
Or a corrections officer. I think that's...
private eye.
Yeah.
Well, the correction officer came out and said that he had 5 total days of training.
They do have some training. Many of them don't carry guns on the job.
Right. They usually aren't allowed guns as prison guards, but
in the prison. Now, if you're the guy in the Jeep driving around the perimeter, they do.
Yeah.
Right?
Or up in the towers.
Or in the tower. Yeah. I mean, the ones that have towers with man towers. But they do have people that go around the... I got pulled over by a corrections officer
once.
once.
You did.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was... Oh, I shouldn't have stopped.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. He told, if you don't remember, he pointed very animatedly at all of the property and said, "Do you see this? This is public property. That means you can't be on it." Excuse me?
What?
He also, before he got out of his truck, he couldn't turn the siren on. I saw him back there, like, sweating. Every noise that could come out of that truck came out of it. Yeah, you could see it.
Damn it! It was his first day on the job.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So yeah, you have the carve-outs. Now, I heard one correction officer justify it, saying, "Well, we had an incident where a correction officer was stalked outside the prison by somebody and was killed." Yeah, well, okay,
sure.
I can name 1,000 people that aren't correction agencies or agents that have had that.
Just yesterday, 14 people were killed, who I don't think any of them were corrections officers, right?
So that doesn't fly. Their life isn't worth any more than my life.
No, absolutely not.
And so those things have to. I'm absolutely against them.
So, and it should be obvious, but to be clear, because this is the argument that we hear, we're not saying that we don't want these people to carry guns, right? Because we do absolutely want them to carry guns. But what's wrong is that the government gives them some sort of special privilege,
which on the face of it is unconstitutional. I would think you could argue about equal protection clause.
Yeah, I would think so.
No one's done that yet that I know of, but I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't. So I don't know the equal protection thing. It doesn't mean that the law has to benefit everybody, right? It means that the law as written has to be applied to everybody equally, and it is.
Is it? Can I carry in a gun-free zone?
It doesn't. It doesn't say that, right? So, for example, the law says
they can.
Right.
It's the same law I have, except for the carve-out.
The law says corrections officer can carry in this place, right? So if you're a corrections officer, they enforce the law as correction officer can carry.
Right.
If you are not a corrections officer, the law says a corrections officer can carry. It applies to you the same way.
Right. If you're a black person, you can't own a gun. And if you're a white person, you can own a gun, and it's applied equally to all the white people.
Yeah.
They can have all the guns they want, but the law says these black people can't have guns. That's the argument you're making. That's the argument you're making.
I'm not saying that it's right.
Well, that's the argument you're saying that they could get away with, so I don't think that's
Concealed pistol licenses are unconstitutional.
Well, that's true, too.
So, I mean, equal protection is irrelevant.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Thanks. We went full circle. So in Chicago, we talked about all the shootings there. Speaking of this very topic, there's been like 700 or 800 black people that have applied for CPLs in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
All denied. 8,000 white people, all approved. So finally there's a guy that's suing the city of Chicago for that.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, what's going on here? My record's as good as this guy's, and he's white, I'm black, he's got a permit, I don't have a permit. And I guess that's really an issue there. There's been hundreds and hundreds of black people.
That is absolutely an equal protection issue.
Yeah, just the same argument as the corrections officers.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Uh-huh.
It's not.
Yeah.
Because the argument you're making, right, is that you should have the right to, I don't know, put lights on your car and pull people over, right? Because the police can do that because the law says they can. It's the same thing, right?
Well, but
there's a standard. You don't meet the standard for whatever that is.
Yeah, but if I get MCOL certified through the state of Michigan as a police officer,
if you become an EMT,
yeah, but right, but if I do I just have to become an EMT and not be employed as an EMT? Because if that's the case,
you can't become MCOL certified and then pull people over in your own vehicle.
No, but I would get a job as a police officer.
But and then you would qualify,
and I qualify because I have a concealed pistol license.
You could carry. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I have a concealed pistol license.
Yes, but you don't qualify as a corrections
officer.
Right,
because the law is unfair.
Yes, the law is unfair.
And it's wrong.
But it's not an equal protection issue.
I don't know. I think it might be.
It might be.
I don't know.
I'm not a constitutional. You heard the intro.
I'm not an
You
attorney.
heard the intro.
That's right. Don't believe anything we say.
Jeez. All right.
Anyways, that's wrong in Chicago.
Yeah.
Very
my
wrong.
my
I wouldn't